to your point, the government lets you choose the arrangement, but that does not alter the fact that if you are behaving like an employee, an employer can get themselves into hot water. We've seen that a number of times in big companies where, FedEx, McLean, some of these companies who have gotten tagged for trying to classify people as contractors who were in fact employees.
Well, yeah, and there's a little bit of wiggle room in some particular cases, but for the most part, it's really not, it's a choice like you're choosing to shoplift or not. Like, yes, you can make a choice to shoplift, doesn't make it legal. And so, but you kind of touched on one of the really big differences between a contractor and an employee that I think people overlook. You were talking about the plumber. So a plumber comes into my office because I paid him to put in a new sink, puts in the new sink, there's water damage and a whole bunch of stuff gets wrecked. I can go back to the plumber and say, you owe me to fix all this stuff. An employee doesn't have to bear that loss. Like literally, I could order my employee to not pour maple syrup onto their computer, and they can pour maple syrup onto their computer. All I can do is fire them. I can't make them pay me back for that because the employer bears the risk there, which is why they want to pay you 1099. Because if you accidentally clip a mailbox with your truck or hit the dock funny or whatever, all the things that happen, even the
Right.
ones that aren't your fault but you can't prove aren't your fault. If you're a vendor, they can offset that, which means they can deduct it from your check, and you have no recourse really, unless your contract says you can't. Again,
Sure.
I'm not an attorney, just the standard issue disclaimer, but that's a big deal. With an employee, you can't do that because employees have rights.